Alright, hey everyone, so welcome to my first vlog about my study abroad trip to Japan. So to get started, we arrived in Tokyo. This is our first night there, and we ate at this local Korean restaurant that we actually returned to throughout the trip. So to start our activities, we visited two universities in Tokyo. The first was Asbu University, where we saw the Museum of Life Sciences, and we got to learn a lot about the specimens in the room and how it relates to the medical sciences. We went back to the university another day, as you can see here, and we looked at different bacteria samples before we dissected fish to look for different types of common parasites found in raw fish. Later in the week, we actually drove to the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant, which is the site of a nuclear meltdown after the 2011 Great East Japan earthquake and tsunami. And the bus right here took us over 3 hours, and we made multiple stops at different rest areas along the highway. So once we arrived at Fukushima, there was a lot of precautions taken to protect us from the residual radiation left near the melted reactors. What remains of the reactors is still unable to be cleaned, as what is left after the meltdown is the melted fuel that is still very dangerous. Where we were, however, we were not exposed to more than a dental x-ray's amount of radiation. Though much of the area around the reactors is now safe to live in and people have begun to move back, there is still a lot of work to be done to completely clean up the power plant. After this, we visited the Ikebukuro Life Safety Learning Center located in Tokyo. At the learning center, there were emergency vehicles, such as all the fire trucks seen here, as well as many simulations to simulate common natural disasters that occur in Japan, such as earthquakes and floods. We experienced shaking ground and severe wind and rain to try and imagine what it would feel like during one of these disasters. Following this, we visited a facility in Tokyo that deals with stormwater drainage and flood prevention strategies. They had many different models in the facility before we went into the actual tunnels, and they simulated what it would look like during heavy rainfall in order to prevent floods in the city, as you can see here. We actually got a chance to go into some of the tunnels that regulate these stormwater events in the city, and they're very large, as you can see here. And they help prevent heavy rainfall from flooding the streets and all of these subway tunnels in the city. Later in the week, we visited the famous Meiji Jinju Shrine, located just a couple of minutes from our hotel in the National Olympic Memorial Youth Center. The shrine is a Shinto shrine located in Yoyogi Park. After that, we visited one of the 23 waste incineration plants located in Tokyo. The plant takes in combustible trash from the surrounding area via small trash trucks. The waste is then stirred and put into large incinerators using this crane that burns the trash into ash, creating energy as a byproduct and undergoing many different filters in order to avoid air pollution from the chimneys. As you can see here, there are people around the clock that monitor the plant's condition. Finally, one of the last places we visited in Tokyo was the Fukugawa Edo Museum. The Edo period occurred between 1603 and 1867 in Japan, and it was a time known for peace and progress in the country. In the museum, a small town that appeared how it would have during the period was rebuilt as life-sized in a building where days were simulated on 15-minute loops. As you can see here, things such as small food markets and stalls, tea stands, boats, and even noodle shops were recreated to be as they would have been during that period. Homes belonging to richer members of society, as well as those belonging to poorer farmers, were rebuilt next to each other around a common area with a bathroom, well, and wash basin. Traditional Japanese architecture and design was showcased beautifully in the museum, giving us a glimpse into what life might have been like during this time. And after that, it was off to the Toyama Prefecture via the bullet train to see the next part of the trip. Thank you so much for watching.